Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Blonde Cafe podcast. My name is Brooke Villanueva, and I'm your 28-year-old millennial gal out here living my best life, and I'm here to help give you the tips, tricks, and tools to live your best life. And today, we are talking all about working from home, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. I love working from home. I have not become a hermit crab, as contrary to popular belief. I do find myself like sometimes if I like go too long without having meetings, like virtual meetings with people, or if I stay in the house too long and I don't get out and do anything like for like a day or two on end, I really have to prioritize getting out of the house. But overall, I love working from home. I love wearing casual clothes every day. I did like dressing up for like business functions. Like I used to work in a corporate office and I genuinely I like dressing up. I like looking nice. But let me tell you, some of the corporate outfits are not the most comfortable and I don't miss that whatsoever. So now I get to have more fun wearing casual clothes just like this. Like this is a normal outfit that I would wear. I'm wearing jeans right now. You can't see. But yeah, so I really enjoy it. And if you are anything like me, you might also enjoy working from home, but you might need a little bit of like emphasis on making it your own and making it your own like happy place and separated from the rest of your life outside of work. Because for me, like it would be very hard for me to sleep, work, and relax in the same vicinity. So luckily, like I am very lucky. We have we rent a house with multiple bedrooms. So I genuinely have like my very own office room, and I'm very thankful for that. However, if you do not have that, make sure you designate different spaces for different things. So like for instance, I used to have a 1-bedroom apartment during COVID, and even before COVID, I briefly worked from home when our office was renovating and all of that. But I was in a 1-bedroom, 600 square foot apartment. And that, honestly, that was difficult. And I had to have my own designated work zones. So that was, for me personally, I had my bedroom, which was strictly just for like sleeping and relaxing and getting dressed and doing my hair and makeup. And then I had my living room, which also was connected to my kitchen because I had a very small galley kitchen that was like a little bit off to the side of the living room. And right in between that, where it was, I think technically it was supposed to be like a dining area because there was like a sort of like light fixture above just kind of randomly in the middle of this little nook. But I made that my workstation. So I literally bought like a $60 desk from IKEA. It wasn't even a desk, honestly. I use it as the entryway table right now for our current house. But it was like a small little desk that I had. And I would sit there and I would work from home there. So that was like my own little personal nook. Yes, it was right outside the kitchen. Yes, it was right beside my dog food bowls. Yes, it was technically in the living room. But it was its own little corner. And that was my spot. So that made the biggest difference. So if you have a small space to do it in, definitely designate it. Build yourself a little corner, however small it needs to be, and it will make a difference. That's my overarching tip. But I have 5 concrete tips that I want to share with you guys that make my work from home experience just a little bit better. So tip number 1 is to get a walking / standing desk. So my desk, I got it on Amazon. I can drop the link. It's able to raise and lower, and even when it raises and lowers, you can still like fine tune where it's at. So I adjust it to my height. I'm only 5'1", so Lord knows I need to adjust it. But it has a default setting. You can just push the button and it raises itself. Push the button and it goes back down. I also have a walking treadmill. So this is, I'm sure you've probably seen them. If you're all over TikTok, there's a lot of people that have them on the TikTok shop for some reason. I got mine on Amazon, and I think it was about, I want to say like $200. Same thing with my desk. My desk and my treadmill, I think were like One of them was 150, and then I think one of them was like 220 or so. And I got them 2 years ago around Christmas time. So one of them was my Christmas present to myself, and the other one, my then fiance got it for me. So, but get yourself a walking pad treadmill. There's cheaper ones on there. I've seen them on there for like $75, and they still have like 4-star ratings. So you don't have to have nothing fancy. Just a little bit of a walking treadmill and a what do you call it? A sit to stand desk. That has made the biggest difference because I know like I can feel so sedentary if I'm sitting here for such a long period of time, especially like being in the house. You kind of feel like you're cooped up. You can't really like take a walk to the break room. You can't really like walk outside to go, walk out in the building to go to the bathroom that might be like 2 bathrooms away just because you want to take a little bit of a stroll. That honestly has been the biggest thing is getting in some steps. If I ever feel like I'm getting funky or like I'm not being creative or if I'm just like feeling blah and just down and out, I always turn on my walking pad and I tell you it makes the biggest difference. And you can do it literally just while you're reading emails. You can do it while you're maybe listening to like a webinar. You can do it while I honestly do it whenever I'm doing like graphics. So if you don't know, I work for a PR and marketing agency. So a lot of times I do like digital graphics and things like that. And that's something that I can walk slowly and do. There's certain tasks that, I really have to sit down and like think about it. But if I'm doing like simple things or if I'm like formatting a document in a special way, I usually can pretty much like have a slow and steady pace while I'm doing that. So that's my number one, sit to stand desk and a walking pad. You will thank me later, I promise. Second thing is, I have them written down here, guys, so I don't forget, having a fan or a heater in your office. And this honestly has made it very, very cozy for me because no matter what the temperature is inside the house, outside my office is my happy place and it's my perfect temperature at all times. And I don't have my heater on during the day, thank goodness, because I'm sure my power bill would be crazy and my husband would be like, what the heck? But I really like, if I get chilly, I turn it on. If I get hot, I turn it off. Same thing. Maybe if you're a person that likes a cooler environment, have a fan, have a desk fan. Like you can literally get like a small one from like Five Below or Walmart or wherever, or Amazon, I'm sure. And you can get just like a tiny small desk one, and that will make the biggest difference. Just have some air circulation. Make it your happy temperature, whatever you need to do. Promise you, makes a difference, makes it feel like your space, makes it a optimal work environment, personally. Third thing is to have a fun drink or a snack ready to go. So that can hit you on the 10 a.m. slump, if you're anything like me. That can hit you on the noon slump of the day, and that can hit you at the 3 p.m. slump of the day. And if you're a health guru, I know you're thinking in your head that you should not even have these slumps throughout the day. And I completely agree. Sometimes, however, it is unavoidable. And it feels like sometimes no matter how much sleep I get, if I'm just like worn out or if I feel like I've been staring at the screen too long, I just need a little pick-me-up. And for me personally, I try to make it something relatively healthy or relatively low calorie. And so, because this is usually like in addition to whatever I'm having. So I always have my water. I have my literally like my trusty water bottle at all times forever. And then I have, what do I usually have? I usually have a coffee or a matcha latte. The Costco ones are delicious. I sometimes will have like a coconut water. I will sometimes have a sparkling water, like a LaCroix situation. If I'm feeling like a little bit of like a guilty pleasure and could also use like a small caffeine pick-me-up, don't come for me, but I like the zero sugar pops. So like zero sugar Dr. Pepper, zero sugar, like Coke. I like those. I know they're not the best for you. Like I said, don't hate on it, but sometimes you just need a little pizzazz in your day, and that happens to be my pizzazz occasionally. Beware though, they do have caffeine. If you get like the certain kind of pops, there's like Sprite and stuff that doesn't have caffeine. But if you get the ones with caffeine, don't drink them past 4 p.m. or you will have trouble going to sleep if you're anything like me. Sometimes that's also an Alani Nu or a White Monster if I'm feeling crazy. Those are also my pick-me-ups, especially when I need energy. For snacks, I love to have fruit and plain bell peppers on hand. So you might think I'm a crazy person, but I like to eat bell peppers just plain. And to me, it's like a delicious, crispy, refreshing snack. And it gives me like that little burst of energy that I need to finish out the day. And it's very, very low calorie and it's got all kinds of nutrients for you. So get yourself some colorful bell peppers, cut them up. I personally have gotten to the point where I literally just I will peel them pretty much. Like I'll kind of stick my thumb and I'll break them apart and I just eat them like that. I know, it's crazy. You can do like strawberries. I love cutting up some strawberries and having those. Blueberries, raspberries, bananas, apples. There's so many good, just healthy, quick fruits. Grapes, those are some good ones. I really promise you that will be a perfect pick-me-up if you don't want those artificial things. You can genuinely just have some veggies. Some carrots are really good. I also put broccoli in the air fryer with a little bit of seasoning on it, so that's pretty good. I'll do like garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and it's kind of like a salty snack if you're craving like chips or popcorn or something like that. That usually satisfies. And yeah, I think those are my top snacks. So get yourself either a fun drink or a fun snack. And last but not least is taking breaks, and specifically taking non-electric device breaks. So for me, honestly, I will go and I will wash dishes in the kitchen. I will do laundry. And I know that's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it gets you away from that screen that you've been staring at all day. It gets you away from scrolling on your phone, because a lot of times, even if you want a break from work and you scroll on your phone, you still end up feeling exhausted. I know I do. Like, if I'm literally just like nonstop staring at a screen, whether it's on a meeting or on a project or anything of the sort, and I immediately go on my phone, I'm still exhausted. It's not really a break. So a lot of times I find myself having to like actually do something that doesn't require an electronic device. I will go outside. I'll go outside with my dogs, especially if it's nice outside. I'll go on a walk. I will go to a coffee shop and sit. That's one of my favorite things to do if I'm feeling a little more in a rut that day. Yeah, those are my top tips. And I promise you it will make a world of a difference if you just kind of like shake up your day throughout the day. Because it is very, very hard to be in your home 24/7, especially if you don't have anyone with you during the day. It can feel really like lonely and isolating sometimes. And if you don't have meetings throughout the day, and maybe you're like, that's my jam, I love it, I'm an introvert, like power to you, and I really hope you enjoy it. And at the same time, if you're anything like me, you might like your space, but you might also like to shake it up a little. So we're going to do a quick recap, down and dirty. Let's go. Number 1, walking pad and stand-up desk. It's worth the investment. Even if you can get one at a time, I suggest getting your desk first so that at least you can stand up and you can take breaks and you can practice standing while working. And then if you got to save up a couple months later, get your walking pad. I promise it will make a difference. Same thing, you can literally take it out into the living room and walk on your treadmill while you're watching TV. I do that sometimes and it's the best ever. I honestly really enjoy it. Second thing, light a candle. Just gives it a little bit of ambiance. Just has a little bit of zhuzh, a little bit of something. And I actually think that I forgot to say that earlier on in the episode. I don't remember per se. It's been a long day, to be honest. But if I didn't, get yourself a candle. Get yourself something that smells good. Get a good air freshener if you like the electronic ones. If you like the organic ones or the soy ones or the beeswax ones, get you some healthy ones if you like those. But have something that kind of jazzes up your space, makes it smell good. You can get them for probably, like, that's like a small price to pay for feeling like you have your own special zone to work in. And if you're there 8 hours a day or more, it can really make a difference. Promise. Number 3 is having either a heater or a fan to kind of make it cozy, make it your own, make it your perfect temperature. You don't have to have it on all day, but if you get hot, turn on your fan. If you get cold, turn on your heater. When you're done with it, turn it off. Unplug it if you want to be extra safe. But I promise you, it will make it that much more of your cozy space. And number 4, have a fun drink or a snack. So have a healthy snack, have some bell peppers, have some carrots, have some celery, some broccoli, have strawberries, blueberries, apples, raspberries, all different kinds of stuff, whatever you want, grapes, bananas, little pick-me-up throughout the day. You could also have water, coconut water, LaCroix, 0-calorie pop, regular small pop if you want that, matcha latte, iced coffee, regular coffee. The possibilities are endless, honestly. You could infuse your water with some fruit, get crazy with it, whatever you want to do. Pineapple, strawberries, blueberries, cucumbers. Oh, that's another snack. Cucumbers and tahini. If you don't know what tahini is, it's a small spice. I don't exactly know what it is. It's a salt of sorts. They have a low sodium version that's just as good. And you put it on sliced cucumbers. Delicious. My husband taught me that. And number 5, taking breaks that don't involve a screen. So whether that's washing dishes, whether that's doing laundry, that could be picking up around the house, that could be playing with your dog, taking your dog for a walk, going outside, taking yourself for a walk, anything that doesn't involve a screen that you can do kind of quickly as like your quick break throughout the day, highly encourage it. So I hope you guys take these tips. I hope you like these tips. If you have any more, feel free to add them to the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, add them on Instagram. If you want to DM me, the Blonde Cafe podcast. Same thing with TikTok. You can slide in my DMs. Let me know your favorite work from home tips. And I hope you guys take these. I hope you use them. I hope you run with them. And I hope you make it your own. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.